All right, guys, this is video 2 of our credit card video series. In today's video, we're going to go from about around low credit to a mid to average credit.
Yeah.
And this one is going to be for those people that have maybe been working on their credit a little bit, a year or two, and they're getting a little bit better, or it is pretty good. They just don't have an extended amount of history. So their credit score is still brought down a hair. You can start applying for these cards, and you'll have a better chance of getting it. And these also typically don't have an annual fee, so you still have that confidence to try and go after those cards.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting, you'll spend it and be broke again.
Alright guys, and to start this list off, we're going to start with the American Express Blue Cash Everyday Card. Now this is a card that's probably going to require about a 670 to 690 credit score. So, on the lower end, but you've definitely been working on it. You haven't been neglecting your credit. So the benefits of this card is it doesn't have an annual fee. And as an intro bonus, you get a $250 credit statement when you spend $2,000 in the first 6 months. Also, you get to enjoy 0% intro APR for the first 15 months of having the card.
You also get 3% cash back on supermarkets, gas stations, and retail stores, up to $6,000. After that, it drops down to 1% cash back. Then all other purchases outside of that are going to be 1% cash back.
Yeah, so off the bat, you can already see that some of these rewards are better than our previous video. A lot of 1 to 2% back if you're lucky. This, you're already getting 3% back on a lot of things you do spend a lot of money on. I mean, gas is crazy now, so if you're driving, that's a huge benefit right there. But you're getting no fee, so there's a lot of benefits to having this type of card. Also, a lot of people enjoy being in the American Express system. It's kind of hit or miss. Some people don't take American Express, so that is something you need to take into consideration when looking at credit cards.
The next good card is the Citi Custom Cash Card. This is going to be similar, about a 670 credit score plus. That can vary a little bit, and it's also going to be very similar to the last card. It has no annual fee. One difference is it's going to be $200 back after you spend $1,500 within the first 6 months. That's not that bad, and that's not that hard. $1,500 sounds like a lot, but if you think about it, you put all your purchases, your groceries, your gas, everything, your car insurance on that card, and then pay it at the end of the month, that right there is going to give you that $200. This one's also going to have 0% APR for the first 15 months.
And with this card, you're going to get 5% cash back on eligible spending categories, each billing cycle up to $500. And then you get an unlimited 1% cash back on everything else. But one thing you do need to know is this isn't the best for foreign transactions. There is a fee in that, so that is something to consider if you're big into travel.
As you can see, a lot of these cards are going to have similar benefits. There's just going to be a slight difference or a slight twist, and you're going to see that within categories themselves. They're all going to have a little bit of similarities.
The next card on this list is going to have similar credit requirements, about a 670 plus, and that's the Capital One Saver One. And again, it's not going to have any annual fee. Now, with this card, you get 3% cash back on dining, entertainment, streaming services, and grocery stores, as well as 1% back on everything else. Then, as a little bonus through Capital One, you can get 8% back on entertainment purchased through their Capital One portal, as well as 10% back on Uber and Uber Eats, so that's a big thing if you use them a lot. As well as an unlimited 5% cash back on hotels and rental cars purchased through the Capital One travel portal.
This card's going to be a little bit better for travel because there's no foreign transaction fees, and it actually includes travel accident insurance, which is a big deal. If you're deemed to have good credit when you apply, you can get $200 back if you spend $500 within the first 3 months. Like we just mentioned, $500 is extremely easy. We mentioned $1,500.
Yeah.
$500 is your car insurance most of the time. So just one payment, one purchase, and that's pretty much going to cover that $200 cash back.
Yeah, and sure, the window's a little bit smaller, but you can spend that in a couple grocery store trips and the gas it takes to get there.
True. This card also has 0% APR over the course of the first 15 months you have the card open. One that I personally like a lot is the Discover It card series, specifically the Discover It Cashback card. I've personally had a great experience with Discover, and all of their credit cards that I've seen, including the Discover It Cashback, has no annual fee, and it has 0% APR for the first 15 months.
And a nice thing about this card is every quarter you can get 5% cash back on a different category, so you just have to kind of keep up with it. But you also get an unlimited 1% cash back on everything else. And at the end of your first year, you get an unlimited cash back match. So let's say you got $200 cash back at the end of the year, you'll automatically get another $200 cash back for a total of $400 cash back.
Being a customer with Discover, I've actually seen a couple of the upgrades over time, and one of them that they included a little while back is the FICO credit score update. Every month they'll check it for you and give you the update and tell you what you could do better to increase that score, which is fantastic. And two is the online protection. I've been given notification that on the dark web or certain websites, they've seen my personal information and they've requested for me to have it removed, which is another awesome feature. All for free, all included for just being a card member.
All right, guys, and just as a little side note, you may see some people throw these two cards into a category like this, and it's the Wells Fargo Active Cash Card as well as the Bank of America Customized Cash Card. They easily could fit into a category like this. They have a lot of the same benefits and requirements as the cards we've previously discussed. But these two institutions, Wells Fargo and Bank of America, typically have a good bit more scandal surrounding them. So we're not going to, fully back them or anything. Again, we're not professionals, so none of this is professional advice. And if you want to go with these two institutions, by all means, these are two cards that fit in this category. Do your own research, and if you feel comfortable with it, by all means, you are entitled to go with these cards. But we're not going to really get into the details of these two just because we're not the biggest fans of them.
As always, guys, thanks for watching. We do have a third video in this series coming out next week. This is going to be our mid to upper level credit scores. So if you fall in that category or you know someone that falls in that category, don't be afraid to share this video or just stay tuned for next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please, please, please leave comments on cards we missed, cards you have that you think fit perfect in this category, or just rewards we missed that we had no idea about. We'd love to learn more about those. There's just so many of them and so much detail you can get into with these. So we appreciate you guys for watching, and stay tuned for next week.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting, you'll spend it and be broke again.